Let's go to the 4 p.m.s. We got the Buffalo Bills with the win over the Kansas City Chiefs. First loss for Kansas City, 30-21. The win for the Bills. They're 9-2. Chiefs fall to 9-1. Obligatory 72 Dolphins mentioned. They're happy because teams lost.
We got less than 40 minutes left, and Janko doesn't think we can finish the show in that time.
He's correct.
It's just cynical.
I think he's right.
Because
there's a lot to talk about in this one and Sunday Night Football. But go ahead.
I don't know, with that attitude. Fun game. Like, it was such a weird game because, like, it couldn't have started much better for Buffalo, right? They immediately get a terrible Mahomes interception. They score. Now, they missed the point after, but they score. And then very quickly, like, they got a sack of Mahomes. Bernard, who had a pretty impressive performance in this game. It was the classic, remember, right at the start of Mahomes' career, where the Raiders weirdly had a phenomenal performance against him, where they sort of spied, where they're like, well, you know, force him out of the pocket, and then we'll have a linebacker or two ready to pounce the second he gets out of there, and that's how we stop him. And they really kind of seemed to confuse him with that. Bernard did that. Basically spied Mahomes as soon as he took off, like, boom, beeline for him, sack. They get the ball back. It's like, wow, we've 2 drives, we stuffed them and turned them over. We scored ourselves. Like, this is amazing. But they'd only gotten 6 points out of it. And by the end of the first quarter, I think it was 7-6 Kansas City. Like, all of a sudden, this amazing start that Buffalo had, they hadn't even got the lead out of it by the end of the first quarter. It's like, this is how the Chiefs get you. They just, you don't get up huge on them. And if you do, they come back anyway. It's so hard to put them out of these games. But Buffalo continued to play really well.
Yeah, it was a good back and forth game though too. I mean, it ends up as a 9-point game, but it was closer than that. It was tense. It was one of those every possession mattered. Kansas City bounced back from the slow start, featuring Xavier Worthy, featuring him in a way that was like, hey, remember you guys let us trade up for this guy? He's out in space all the time. They hit him for a 31-yarder, got him in the flat for a touchdown using his speed but he only ends up with the 4 catches for 61 and the touchdown.
It really felt like
was it
trolling.
all on one drive?
Not all
close.
One.
It was all like the first couple drives.
It really did feel like trolling. I mean, it was like, hey, this guy that you should have drafted, we're going to show you how dangerous he can be and just feed the entire offense through him for a while. But you're right. It didn't sustain. They did go away from it after, like, what's the next, like, this first half. After the first half, it's like, no, that's it. We're done with that now.
Yeah. I mean,
did they just exhaust all the plays that they have for Xavier Worthy?
It did look like. I mean, I know our old friend Eric Eager, who is going head-to-head, Panthers and Chiefs this week, but grew up a Chiefs fan, used to always say, hey, you know, it seems like Andy Reid, they save the good plays for the big games, right? And it did seem like early on, I mean, they had like a triple stack on the second play. It did seem like they had some stuff set up for this game, but maybe they did use a lot of the Worthy plays early on. Didn't get Travis Kelce involved at all. He only had 2 catches for 8 yards. They didn't have much going on.
Interesting.
With Kelce or DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins almost had a spectacular catch, but it got broken up.
The last target that Worthy had was that play to the sideline where he didn't get his feet in again and didn't make the play. I'm not saying cause or effect, but that's intriguing.
I think it's 3 straight weeks. Worthy wide open twice where he didn't keep his feet in.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, wide open, and Mahomes threw the ball 5 yards out of bounds.
This one.
So they have not been able to connect on those deep passes the last few weeks.
Yeah. This one is interesting because it was just, I mean, it's sloppy footwork from Worthy, and it's definitely an error from him and a mistake, and it should have been a big play, and it wasn't. It's not a great pass from Mahomes either. I mean, he is wide open, and if Mahomes keeps that a little bit further inbounds, like, he shouldn't have needed – footwork shouldn't have been a concern for him if the pass had been a couple of yards further inside. However, it is a 50-yard pass, and all of the defenders are to the inside. So you can kind of understand, if I'm going to err in one direction, let's err towards the sideline where we keep it away from defenders. So it's not a great throw from Mahomes. It should, however, have been a bomb connection, and Worthy has to keep his feet in and make the play. And then for the second week in a row, certainly second play in a couple of weeks, he's just sloppy footwork has cost them a really big play.
Yeah, that was a big one. So Buffalo got up 16-14 at the half. Kansas City always, I mean, most teams end up deferring. It always feels like Kansas City ends up getting the ball in the second half. Buffalo is the team. They hit the field goal before the half. Then they get the ball coming out, had an opportunity. They go up 9, 23-14, but it took them till early in the fourth quarter. It was a lot of nothing. Nobody scored in the third quarter. The Chiefs come right back, probably their very best drive. As soon as they're down 9, Mahomes gets into a groove. They score the touchdown. So they're down 9. They get within 2. All right, and this is where, okay, you're under 8 minutes now, and this is where it's like every play is crucial. And this felt like every other fourth quarter against the Chiefs this year, where the Bills started making mistakes. I thought Allen missed a couple. Romo, I thought, highlighted a few where he forces an overthrow into triple coverage when he had an open crosser. He missed another easy pass for a first down. Then they're going for the big shot. They're up 2. Play action, downfield shot. Allen misses, underthrows that, and it's like, all right, man, you're gonna miss. He hit some big throws earlier. Amari Cooper threw some absolute dimes. You're missing some of the easy ones though, in a game where you can't miss it against the Chiefs. And then that whole thing gets set up to, 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2 in Chiefs territory. You're in field goal range. You're up 2. They run the ball up the middle, right at Chris Jones, who blows it up. So now it's 4th and 2. Field goal is on the table with a little over 2 minutes left, but the Bills say we're going to go for it. Josh Allen scramble though, and he just takes over 26 yards, spectacular run to go up 9. One of those signature type of plays where Bills fans, I'm sure, are saying, this is awesome, this is great, we're winning the regular season again. Please do this in the playoffs. Please, the next time we have this opportunity, make this signature play in the playoffs. If Josh Allen made this play in the playoffs, this is legendary Buffalo lore. It is anyway. It was a special play, but the 4th and 2 call by the Bills, they decided we're certainly going to go for it here, try to end this game, and not give the Chiefs another opportunity to come back, and that ended up being the difference, obviously.
It was a really incredible play by him. I mean, it's a pass play, right? Like it's a quick kind of pass setup, and then a gap just opens up to the right side, and he immediately takes it. George Karlaftis tries to spin back and get hold of him, almost gets a hold of him. Honestly, I mean, Allen's so big and strong, I don't know if it would have mattered even if he'd gotten a hand to him, but bust through that gap, and then so he's converted the first down. That's huge, but then just keeps going and blasts his way through a couple of tackles, ends up scoring. I mean, amazing play by Allen, and this is why he's got that special ability, special trait as a quarterback.
It's good enough getting the first down, but to turn that into the touchdown was spectacular. See, the NGS had a 1.2% chance of scoring the touchdown. Yeah. I had it at 1.3, but good for them.
We had that, so the dots are there on the screen for anybody watching. What the dots don't show you is that once he did break the pocket, get past Karlaftis, there's a DB there tracking a receiver across the line. Allen gives a little pump fake just to suggest he might try and hit that receiver, Amari Cooper, coming across the field, just to keep the DB away from him, so that by the time he eventually realizes, no, he's actually running, it's too late to get back. It's smart as well as athletically freakish. And that's where Josh Allen becomes special. It's not just, okay, I'm going to go beast mode and, Anthony Richardson plow over the top of you, but he also has the game IQ to be able to go, also, I'm going to pump fake this guy as well, just to make sure.
And I think what we've talked about the Bills all season, they're spreading the wealth on offense. They've become more of a yards after the catch centric team, so they're not relying on Josh Allen to make 5 or 6 Superman plays every single game. In this one, though, 4 big-time throws. I know I'm highlighting the misses, but he had big-time throws and a big-time run. But I think this is what you want for the Bills. When they had to go tight window throw to Amari Cooper, he has 2 catches for 55 yards. They have to be absolute dimes from Allen. He hits them. One of them was a one-handed catch early on. You have Curtis Samuel creating yards after the catch. You have Khalil Shakir yards after the catch. And then when you need the spectacular play, Josh Allen has that. So it's a well-rounded Bills effort. First time in the regular season the Chiefs have given up 30 or more points since week 4 of 2022 against Tom Brady on the Sunday Night Football game. So the Chiefs' defense has been unbelievable, but the Bills had some answers in this one. And it was really close, man. This is the difference in one play. I mean, I thought when they ran up the middle on 3rd and 2, I thought they wasted a play. Let's just run it up the gut on Chris Jones against a great Chiefs run defense. I thought they were going to blow it, not going to lie, like other teams had against the Chiefs. But Allen took over. made it all happen.
Yeah, it sort of looks score-wise like it was a comfortable win, but we're talking about like that play, the Josh Allen play, basically being the difference.
Because the Chiefs still had a chance to come back. Mahomes throws a game-ending interception, down 9, trying to make a desperation play.
And credit, Bernard and the Bills defense. I mean, Mahomes, you're still okay. It's 2 scores, so it's difficult because you need an onside kick, and those are basically impossible these days. It's unlikely. But you're kind of expecting Mahomes to at least answer with a score, and he didn't. Like their defense stood up and stopped him.
The number 1 seed is for the taking now. Bills have the tiebreaker. They're 9-2. If the Chiefs slip up again and the Bills continue to win, that all important bye and then playoff home game, right? I know the Chiefs went into Buffalo last year and won on their way to the Super Bowl, but we know the home field advantage does matter come playoff time. So this game was massive when it comes to playoff seeding. And as you mentioned yesterday, just the mental aspect of it, like keeping Buffalo saying, hey, we can win this, right? Because last year in the divisional round, it literally came down to a handful of plays again.
It always does.
In this game, they did it. It was an awesome back and forth game.
It's a game where after, as soon as the game finishes and they're all going for the handshakes in the middle of the field, like they're all saying, we'll see you again in January. I don't think there's anyone that's going to be sad if we see a repeat of this game in the postseason.
Ryan Van DeMark made his first NFL start at right tackle for the Bills.
What a name.
With Spencer Brown out. I mean, being able to do that with some of their injuries as well. Didn't have Dalton Kincaid. Who else they were missing? Oh, it was, Spencer Brown. But good win by Buffalo in what was supposed to be a rebuilding year.
Yeah.
Just remember where they were supposed to be.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of our video.
For more great content, click here to subscribe and here to watch another video. We'll see you again soon.